something went on here, something went on there.
This time on TNT.
It's our Happy New You Spectacular.
We have the top 5 Turn the Page jams.
Plus the return of Montreal Expos walk-up jams. That's all coming up right now on TNT.
Holy moly, Happy New Year, Jonathan.
Happy New You, Jeremy Taggart. Happy New You, bud.
It sure is.
Well, I hope it's not a new you, because, I hope I'm not overstepping when I say I'm pretty fond of the old you too, bud.
Yeah, I just mean New Year, all the good stuff is going to get even better, and all the bad stuff is going to get lessened.
Turning the page.
That's right, just like the shitty Bob Seger once said.
Yep, he did. And then who did a cover of it? Metallica.
Oh, even worse version.
Here I go.
Metallica.
Out on the road again.
You know what? One thing I think if we talked about this before, that I can't stand that song because of the whole idea of like them complaining about being on the road and getting like looked at funny by people in truck stops, even though they're loaded and made hundreds of thousands of dollars the night before, and it's some truck driver who makes like what they made last night in a year, and they're mad that like the musicians actually have some right to be upset that people are giving them dirty looks. It just makes me kind of sick.
That's a great category of song. Musicians that write songs about being on the road. Because I was listening to You Take the Long Way Home, Supertramp.
Yeah.
Just to start at the start, I'm in Florida.
Yeah,
and,
Florida.
If you're listening to this, you should know that Navy SEALs and Krav Maga experts are staying in my house. So don't even think about trying to break in if you're listening.
Yes, you have.
They're running exercises, rappelling down the roof with
the
bombs
guy
in their mouth.
you told me about is there.
Ready to
just
throw
like when
them
I
at a
leave,
second's
I
notice.
call my brother, who's huge and likes to punch people for kicks, comes over when I leave. So yes,
You need that guy on your bench.
Yeah. But we're not talking about fucking crybabies writing songs about turning the page. We're talking about the actuality of the new year, the great things, the opportunity to better yourself. It's a New Year's. It's Taggart and Torrens New Year's.
And traditionally, January has not been my friend, nor my family's. You might recall, I think it was the first podcast we ever did, I told the story about taking our girls on the Disney Fantasy and how the only fantasy I had was how I could get off the boat at any time.
Yeah, that might have been the worst trip I've ever
elevator.
It was bad.
We all got the Norwalk virus. Yeah, it was bad. So this January, not to overshare, but began in remotely similar fashion with some type of virus sweeping through our family. But instead of being on a boat this time, we were on a 37-foot RV driving down to Florida. Now, in fairness, because I'm not prone to embellish, most of us had kind of been through it and were well on the other side by the time we left.
Yeah.
But it's a long drive, Nova Scotia to Florida.
30 hours, right?
Yeah, it was like 31 hours.
That's pretty close to Toronto to Winnipeg, not too far from that.
When
so
we did the fish kill sneak. Remember the Bangor sneak? You drive down to Bangor and you can fly direct to Orlando. We did the fish kill sneak, which is you drive through Fishkill, New York, so you can go around New York City. So, because you might recall, coming from Dallas, we drove through New York City in this RV, and that was not an experience I needed to have again. Yeah. So my father-in-law was able to pinpoint some coordinates that would allow us to circumnavigate New York City.
That's a good move.
It was a good move, but it was a lot.
Did you take a left at Schenectady?
No, but this is the funny thing. So we get here last night, and there's a gentleman in where you check in, and he has an accent of a certain kind. It's kind of all over the map.
Oh, yes.
I find that kind of hard to place.
Sure.
So it's by times it's like this, but then it also has a bit of us. I was like, what? What salad of accents is that?
Like Keith Moon and Bellboy from the Quadrophenia album? That kind of just like drawl?
It's,
London
I don't
suburb?
really knew what he did. Yeah. So long story short, he's Welsh.
Ah, there you go. He was a Jones.
And he went from 0 to racist.
Oh, no.
About 3 seconds.
What? Really? I hate that.
Yeah, because I said, Wales is beautiful. And he said, yeah, it used to be till all the foreigners moved in.
Oh, geez.
And I was like, oh, dear. And he's like, yeah, the English. I was like, oh, okay,
yeah,
he's making a joke. So I circled the wagons back and said, the English are moving in there. And he said, yeah, to get away from all the other people that they let into their own country. So it was like a boomerang, like, oh, he's racist. Oh, wait a minute, maybe he's not. No, he's fully racist. And then my suspicions were confirmed when he told me the joke, in quotes, about the gay Irishman, Patrick Fitzmichael, and Michael Fitzpatrick.
Oh, jeez. Yeah,
this was in a 90-second exchange.
So it wasn't like he was going to drop down into the small-town Sharia law issues. It was just cheap jokes.
Just cheap. Like, I honestly was trying to remember the first time I heard Michael Fitzpatrick, and I think I was 5. And I think even at 5, I was like, oh, huh, yeah.
Yeah.
And here's this bloke, 59 years old, living by himself in Florida.
Yeah, he's a bloke.
And then I just met this guy who's from Pennsylvania, who was a trucker his whole life, he and his wife. And to commemorate their life on the road, they took one of their rigs and then had a custom-built camper put on the back of it. So it's a 1970-something Peterbilt, and it's just baller.
Wow. That's like
anyway, how are you, bud?
Willie Nelson styles. I'm fantastic. I wasn't sick. I avoided it. I'll knock on the old wood to make sure that keeps going. But had a good holiday. The fake tree is still up.
Really?
Yeah.
Actually, where did you end up getting the faker, and what'd that set you back?
The fake tree is a fake tree that was loaned to us by a neighbor, our neighbor who watches our kids, Wendy, which is even more classic. So
Wendy has fakers?
She's got a fake tree that was fantastic, and it's still up because there are still presents under it for people that haven't gotten them yet because they haven't been here. That's the reason. So,
aren't you tempted at this point to just take them back?
No, not at all. Just it's not their fault. It's just the holidays were so busy, and I was working most of the holidays. I was doing a lot of TSN 1050 stuff, and just kind of jumping around and not having an opportunity to spend time with people. So that will kind of go on throughout January.
Do you guys typically keep your tree up through January?
Well, I mean, when there's
Henry,
presents,
calm down, bud.
Who is that?
It's my dog.
The dog? I didn't know you had a dog.
Yeah, we have a Morkie named Henry. He's 5 pounds.
What's a Morkie?
We got him because we wanted a dog that would fit into a Sobeys bag if you had to take them on a plane.
Oh, he's half Yorkie and half Mork?
Half Mork from Mork and Mindy.
Yeah, half Robin
Yorkie.
Williams.
Mm-hmm.
So he tells
he's
good
small
jokes.
And he barks too much.
Yeah.
He is part Maltese and part Yorkie.
That sounds fun.
And he's wearing an Argyle sweater.
It's a bod breed.
It is. He's smaller than most dogs, that's for sure. But he's as cute as he is dim.
He consistently wants to party, though, right?
Yeah, he loves to party.
Yeah, right now he wants to get right into things.
Well,
are you in the RV doing the pod today?
We're in a place where folks park similar vehicles, and everybody has a dog. So it's like dog party everywhere you look. And I read somewhere once that when dogs stop to smell like park benches and fire hydrants, it's like reading the paper for them. So I think because they can kind of like hear, that this is who was here before, and this is what they were up to, and this is what they've been eating. So I guess he's overstimulated. There's
he's
news
like a
everywhere.
fresh New York Times after being on a deserted island. That's what he's like.
Hey, how excited was I yesterday to see that Tim Raines is in all the headlines?
Well, he was in all the headlines, and it is exciting. He didn't get in the Hall of Fame, but next year I believe he'll be probably considered a lock, just because
Tim Raines,
little competition. Did you do Tim Raines in the walk-ups? Did you hit a Tim Raines in the walk-up jams?
Oh, I'm sure.
I don't think you did you?
Tim Raines be Andre Dawson then.
Yeah, I think you were going with like all the deeper guys in the bench, like the Al Olivers and the Tim Wallachs.
Tim Wallach. What number was Tim Raines?
Tim Raines, was he 29?
I don't know.
Let me Google that while you tell a story about something else.
Well, I was going to tell Henry to be quiet.
Okay.
So here's what we should do. Let's take a break on TNT. I'm going to get Henry to be quiet. Oh, I thought he stopped, but he's not stopping. I'm going to get Henry to be quiet, and we'll come back with your top 5 turning the page jams.
But I also want to find out what Tim Raines' number exactly was, and I feel terrible that I don't know it off the top of my head.
All right. So, irregardlessly, we'll take a break on this first
irregardlessly, has spoken
of 2016.
Truly poorly. On we got all kinds of stuff to talk about. Sorry about that.
How about supposedly? That's another one that people drop.
Yeah.
And the funny thing about supposedly is that people only drop it when they're being smug. Like, oh yeah, Jeremy knows a lot about geography, supposedly.
He was number 30. Sorry, I was close. With 30.
Was he?
I don't know why I said 29. Yes.
He was also like a really nice guy, supposedly.
Yeah. Irregardless was dropped in the Making a Murderer. Have you heard about this? This new sweeping Netflix thing?
Okay, Mrs. T and I watched the first 6 minutes of it, and it was probably like Boxing Day night. And it just did... I knew that it was a cultural phenomenon and that people were getting consumed by it, but it just didn't feel like holiday viewing.
No, and you know how she is with it. She doesn't like the...
She doesn't like the blood and the gore and the what have you.
No, there's no blood and gore, but there's upsettedness and Ronnie rage. My dad would there's that kind of like, what the fuck is going on with society with this kind of shit going on throughout. So in broad strokes, the guy didn't do it, but the hardest the police worked was to make it look like he did. Is that it? It just seems like I'm only past the second episode. I don't want to be the spoiler alert, but it's literally a great example of, you think we've come a long way as a society and transparency and, everybody's rights, but this is basically small town meets madness in a full scape. You have to watch it. You gotta. It's unbelievable. And it just keeps getting more ridiculous as the episodes go on. So there is a method to the madness that people are going crazy for it, for sure.
Don't you find that usually there is? Like with pop culture phenomenons like that? Like something like Mad Men or the Walter White deal? Like when things get that big, it's because they're good.
Yeah, no, like Game of Thrones, and anytime you hear, Breaking Bad's a great example where people say, oh, you gotta watch it. This is definitely one of those things where you will not be disappointed, for sure. And it's a binger. It's one of those things where, because it's reality, and you kind of get, you kind of get, I guess, enclosed with the family and the feeling of the people that are surrounded by all of these things, and then it just because they portray it completely unbiased in my mind, where it's just depositions and people being interviewed, and you get a feel for from the defendant's side, and it's all just court documentation and video, so there's no like extra spin going on, so it's unreal. Yeah, you got to get in there. Did
it start like again in the first 6 minutes? It looked like it started maybe in the 80s.
Yes.
But
The
is
early
there
80s.
some present day as well? Like, how do they have all
You
that
gotta
footage?
watch it. It's one of those things where if you start talking about when things happened, it becomes a spoiler.
Right.
And I don't want to wreck it for anyone who hasn't seen anything.
Right.
Because it literally starts in the mid 80s, and there's obviously a big I don't know if it kind of mentions in the first 6 minutes that he spent 18 years in prison and he got out.
Yes.
Based on DNA evidence.
And then he had the beard and then he shaved it. That's as far as I got.
2000, early 2000s, and then it just gets even more bizarre after that. So yes, it's.
I watched it long enough to know there was smoking and hugging.
Yeah, that's for sure.
That's a lot of darts. As I got.
A lot of Midwest accent.
Yeah. Oh my gosh, I love that.
Yeah, together instead of together. A lot of together.
Love that. What was the documentary, I don't know, 8 years ago about the young guy in a small town who was making the horror movie?
Oh, American...
Yeah.
What's that?
American movie?
Wasn't it American movie?
So good. And you could call that guy...
Yeah.
Like, call him at his house and just talk to him.
Yeah. The guy,
are they kind of those
especially
characters?
The little guy with the long hair.
Yeah.
He's like, I got a bottle of vodka.
Giggle.
So he gives me a bottle of vodka, and I drank the bottle of vodka.
Oh, man. He was like having a pet, that guy.
I know. Like IQ of 38. But a beauty.
Well,
kind of like, what's the name of your Morky?
Henry.
That's kind of the deal of the American movie guy.
Hank, yeah. I guess we don't have to stop anymore because Henry stopped barking and we found out
he did
Tim
stop
Raines
barking.
was numero 30, number 30.
Number 30, we know that. I don't know why I got one off. Was Andre Dawson number 29? Let's take a break and we'll come right back.
Should we do some Expos walk-up jams? Because people love them. Yeah,
we can do it. Yeah, we'll come back with some walk-up jams. We also have the top 5 turn the page jams.
Really exciting. And is that Stephen Page or Jimmy Page?
No, that's 2016 Page.
Love it. And I'll tell you all about the exciting Christmas gift that I got from Mrs. T.
Fantastic.
Giddy up. This Taggart and Torrens, is it 56?
It's 56, yes.
Crazy. 56 rolls on right after this. Don't go away.
Fucking ready?
Mesdames et messieurs, ladies and gentlemen, bienvenue à Stade Olympique, Olympic Stadium. Your next batters, numéro 10, number 10, Andre Dawson.
He's just gonna crush a single, no sweat after that. Like, forget Bringer of Rain, forget Josh Donaldson.
That's such an unlikely choice.
That jam. Hey?
Do you know what's funny about it? What that says to me is someone was like, Andre, you gotta pick a walk-up jam. And he's like, I don't care, man. You just play something. Like, it's not him at all. It doesn't get you fired up at all.
No.
So how many did you pick?
The next one?
Should they all be Andre Dawson, or should I pick some guys deeper down the roster? I'm going to pick some guys deeper down. Okay.
Pick somebody else. Right. Well, do Tim Raines.
This one's for Tim Raines. Yeah, hit
Tim Raines. You ready? Okay.
D'accord tout le monde. Okay, everybody's. C'est un walk of sunshine avec numéro 30, Tim Raines. It's the weirdest song. I know, it's like a Frank Expos walk up, hit the
Katrina.
post. I think I landed a triple.
He's walking up. He's so psyched.
Sunshines.
He's gonna steal 2 bases.
Katrina and the Waves.
home.
What happened to her?
Okay. Oh, who knows?
Safe guess. All right.
Cocaine?
I'm going deep down the bench. This is a real
guessing?
guy.
Yeah, you got to go deep down the bench, and this is like the song that would be picked up with like the batter who's like dealing with a tough pitcher.
Yeah.
Who's like got between a rock and a hard place. It's got a lot of work to do.
Yeah, I'm good.
And you got this one? Okay, go. Here we go. This is a classic.
Prochaine frappeur, next batter. Des Montreal Expos. The Expos of Montreal, numéro 31, number 31. Razor Shines.
I'm so scared because I fall off my chair. And I'm wondering how I'll get down the stairs. Clowns to the left of me, jokers to the right.
It's the worst walk-up jam ever. He's going to the Hall of Fame this year?
I know, but it's like the batter, like it's just the worst pitcher that he has to face.
And who's the you?
So it's totally
the song makes no sense in that context at all.
Well, stuck in the middle with you is the pitcher that he hates. Like, he's got to face.
He's stuck in the middle
Oral
between the pitcher and the
Hershiser or
catcher.
something.
Wow.
Fernando Valenzuela. Clowns to the left of me, meaning like Andre's just sitting on third, ready, and he's getting chirped by
and Tim Walek is at
third
first.
baseman.
I remember, maybe I said this the last time we did the Expos walk-up jams. Last time I saw an Expos game at the Big O, I don't know, a chunk of roof fell on a guy or something, and an ambulance had to come, and the three drunk teenagers behind me stood up and went, "Hey, vive l'ambulance!" Yeah, like yay for the ambulance. Hey, vive l'ambulance! I love Montreal.
Wow.
Yeah.
Hey, can you do one more? I got it. There's just this one jam.
D'accord tout le monde. Okay, everybody. Votre attention, s'il te plaît. Your attention, please. Prochain frappeur, numéro 4, Chris Spire. Chris vient ici, de Cincinnati. Il était né en 1950. He was born in 1950. Il est droit. He's a righty.
Like, this is the guy that has the bottle service going after the game and just likes to.
Or he was maybe the guy who was like
it?
saying to some girl last night, "I'm gonna make my walk-up jam for you tomorrow."
Yeah. You like careless
Quelque
whisper?
chose est
Okay, I'll
arrivé.
do
Something
it.
happened. Can you hear the echo? Can you?
Something.
Can you hear the echo, Tags?
Something happened.
I don't know, mais c'est perfect.
Yeah, what's going on there?
Laisse-moi essayer encore, oui.
Yeah, that calls for another jam. You ready? Okay, here we go. Oh no, we got a stupid ad. I'm gonna can it right in 2, 3, 1. Here we go. Here's the real one.
Des Expos de Montréal. Il est un droit, il est righty. Il vient ici de Santa Cruz, Californie. Numéro 47, number 47, Gene Roof.
Urgent. What the
I
hell's
don't know.
going on with that?
What's going on with guys named
The
Razor
echo.
Shines and Gene Roof? I must have hit baseball announcer function.
You're all of a sudden.
I don't understand. Today is the greatest day. Why is it doing that?
I don't know.
All right. Merci pour
awesome.
listener al Montreal Expos Welcome Jam. Faut que vous retournez prochain samedi. Come back next Saturdays pour le prochain épisode, deuxième émission de Montreal Expos Welcome Jam. Brought to you in part by Jean Coutu and La Ronde Amusement Park. Brought to you in part by Saint-Hubert. Saint-Hubert, poulet pour ton bouche. Saint-Hubert, chicken for your mouth.
Where's my beer chair?
And we're back.
Gene Roof. Do you remember
What
Gene
the
Roof?
hell was that with the reverb
I don't know, but it's gone.
and the delay?
And I just checked on Henry, and he's okay too.
Yeah, Henry's good.
So everything's back to normal. He's outside chilling under a picnic table.
Hank Aaron.
I don't understand what that was, but I think I must have hit something.
Must have been like the Cracker Jack button just to get it into the ballpark.
But it was great.
It was fantastic. Okay, we're going to have to start the top 5 turn the page jams.
Let's do it.
I want to start this one with probably I believe after, going across the country so far, we haven't been out east yet, but Saskatchewan was kind of ground zero for Canadianity,
Yeah,
right?
It was.
Correct?
Yeah, it was unbelievable.
So we're going to start with this jam, and this is all like, we all know about the discombobulated idea of trying to change.
Yeah.
And this can be 2 bods.
Okay. My name's Forrest.
Trying to make a move. What's that?
My name is Forrest.
Your name is Forrest.
Yeah.
And my name is Lawson.
Okay. And are they like high school buds or maybe like 30-something buds?
Yeah. Kind of like too old to start again.
Yeah. And maybe they became friends because they both rented apartments, like an upper and a lower. And they kind of became friends because they live there, and most of their friends are kind of married and settled down, and they're not because they refuse to change.
Yeah, and they can't afford their Toronto lifestyle, and they have to go back, maybe go to Saskatchewan.
Okay.
Okay?
Yeah.
Here we go.
Hey, Lawson,
Yeah?
can I talk to you for a second?
Sure, bud.
I was just watching Dr. Oz, and they had this thing called Gut Watch, because after the holidays and stuff, everybody's trying to be the best you that you can be or whatever. And I was like, I probably didn't need to eat as many toffees as I did over the holidays, but the thing that it says is you should get a gut buddy, and you and your gut buddy can kind of keep each other in check and snack monitor kind of gut buddies. And I just thought, I don't know if you're into it, but because we live so close, maybe you could be my gut buddy.
That's a pretty good idea, but I got a better idea. Things ain't working out here. It's too expensive in Toronto. This big steel man job ain't working, man. And there's all these new jobs coming up. Potash is big in Saskatchewan. Let's go underground, dude. Let's go back. Let's go to Saskatoon and do it.
I guess, I don't want to sound too, emotion-y or emo-y, but I was coming to you with a genuine concern of mine, which is that I feel like I'm eating my feelings sometimes, and I guess I was wondering, as my bud, if you could kind of have my back on that stuff. And I'm
I'm okay with eating feelings, but if your feelings were Chicago mix, I'd be eating them in Saskatoon, you know what I mean? Like, we need to go back there. There's a job. Like, I have friends that live there that do, like, stupid stuff that make a lot of money. Like, you don't have to be a doctor or nothing. You just have to go there. So let's go there.
But can I just tell you something? Like, the first thing that I think of when I think of Saskatoon is Amigos and the fajitas there. And that's why, like, food is so... That's why Dr. Oz says I need a gut buddy, because I can't go on gut watch without somebody to watch my gut. So, anyway.
Like, you said it right there. You said it. Like, let's just go try and get a job at Amigos. And, like, I'll work the door. You work... If you're into food, you can maybe, like, cook up those night tacos, the bag tacos they have.
See,
like,
that's
a
not
big
helping.
deal.
You're
That's
not
going
helping.
off, man. Like... Let's get on the ground floor, you know what I'm saying?
We can go back to Saskatoon, but the thing that's the kind of the big picture, but the small picture is Dr. Oz says you need someone to snap off a quick look at your turd locker the way it looks today, so that they can kind of monitor your progress. And I mean, it's not super comfortable for me, but do you think you could look at my turd locker real quick?
I don't want to do that, man. Like, that's totally not what I'm talking about.
It's
like,
it's
I don't
not
need
even.
to.
It's not even.
I'm
a
not
thing.
gonna like watch that. Like, that's bullshit.
You don't even
man,
watch. You
looking
just
at
sneak a
guy's
peek
shit.
at it, so that in a month you can say, "Good for you, man."
I'm not doing that. Like, we need to just get back and get some real jobs, not looking at people's shit. Like, Dr. Oz gets paid by the man. That guy's taking money from pharmaceuticals, man. Like, forget it. Let's go back and get some potash.
What? Why won't you look at my tummy? You know what they need to do?
Oz says
they need to walk back to Saskatoon, and they would solve all their problems.
running back because you got the shits.
But it's not that. He was on gut watch.
Dr. Oz had a set called Gut Watch.
In that guy's mind, he did.
Like a series. This week on Gut Watch, we're talking about lower colon.
I'm going to tell you
Eating
something.
more cashews.
Let me tell you something about the Dr. Oz show. Maybe, or a similar show, so that I don't get sued by anybody.
Well, Lisa's going to the Dr. Oz show tomorrow.
Amazing.
Like, in New York City. She's going to, like, be in the audience for some reason.
I had a friend who worked on a show that was similar to, or maybe it was that show. And it was her job to come up with medical kind of experiments and facts. And some of the things that went on that show, if it was indeed that show, were like old wives' tales that her grandmother used.
Unbelievable.
Like recipes for old salves and stuff. So
with that, we need to take a break. I got to pick up my kids from school. That's how we got to roll on the TNT.
Love that. That's so
Don't
transparent.
You love that? That's so real.
That's so making
it
a murderer.
Yeah, exactly.
I have to deal with
the dog. I gotta go get the kids. At that time of day. I gotta go there, and my kids need to get me, pick me up down to get too cold.
Oh, sure, God,
outside.
yeah. Oh, yeah. Go get your kids.
Gotta go pick up my kids. Didn't mean to do it.
Hey,
sorry
no, God, yeah. I mean, what are they gonna pick themselves up? No, God, no. They're little. Go get them.
Just, they're trying to frame me. They're trying to put me, trying to plant shit on me.
Don't spoil it. Yeah, but no, yeah. Okay, bud. We'll finish her up later.
Let's go right back.
Bye
Perfect. Now. You set it up proper. Take us out.
On va prendre un petit break ici sur l'épisode 56, épisode 56 of Taggart and Torrens. Il y aura plus en retard. À prochaine, tout le monde.
Would you like some egg and beans? Fuck off! You're not my mom!
Hey, we're back, and I apologize. The kids are back. They're watching the TV. Everybody's fantastic.
You're flying solo right now.
I'm flying solo. Lisa has gone down to New York. She's having a weekend in the city, the big city.
Love that.
She's going to be doing the shopping and the hanging.
What's your dad styles when you have 3 monkeys under your control?
Well,
are you teeing up like a bucket of KFC?
No, I like to make food, to be honest. I like to cook pasta for them. I like to cut up vegetables. Pretty simple. I don't go crazy. I'll let them have a couple snacks. I don't because it's school. They have to be in class at 8:00. I try to get them. They have to be in bed early. So tomorrow morning's going to be an early one for me. So I have to make their lunches.
Like what time do they go to bed?
7:30 to 8:30.
Wow.
Yeah.
You have a whole life in the evenings.
Well, that's an attempt. Because of the holidays, we let them stay up till midnight on New Year's Eve, and that kind of
did you really?
That kind of became a regular thing till they got back to school. So it's been a real fight to get them to bed earlier. You know what I mean?
Did Annalise make it to midnight?
She did. Oh hell yeah, she was partying.
Crazy.
Yes. Yep. She was just crushing.
What did she eat to stay up that late?
Just snacks, popcorn.
Chicago mix.
No, they don't do that. We try to keep it on the real tip. Cheese and crackers, stuff like that. Nothing too fancy.
I had to pump the brakes on the Toffee and on the Lindor balls.
Oh, you did yourself?
Yeah.
I saw a tweet yesterday. Somebody said they hate Toblerones. What's the matter with that guy?
Sacrilege.
Yeah.
Although, I feel like you do one thing, whoever said that was right, you do one thing and do it better than anybody else. I don't know why Toblerone had to get into, we're going to do Toblerone mint, and now there's Toblerone with, fish in it and pieces of fruit.
Yeah, I've never seen that.
Just do that thing. Well, there are white ones, and there's dark chocolate now.
Yep.
It's not for me.
Yeah.
All right, what's the number 4 track?
Okay, the number 4 track is this, but
what?
More importantly, what's the scenario of these two people? I will be Frank. That's a reach.
Okay, and I'm Candace.
Oh, you're Candace.
Yep.
And it's a fresh start.
Yes.
Are they buddies or are they in a relation?
What if they were in a relation, they broke up, but all the emotion of the holidays has brought them back together,
yes.
So they're going to try things again.
Sure.
They're going to try it again.
Okay.
And hopefully some of the old ghosts won't surface in their relationship.
Hey, I've really had a good time over the holidays. Such a good time. I think about all the stuff that we had through the Christmas, and we're friends, right?
Right.
We're closer now because of it, right?
I would say we are, but I guess part of me is just wondering, is this best behavior Frank, and is the old Frank gonna rear his ugly face?
Well, you could say that, but it's more kind of like the new Candace is better than the old Frank, and the old Frank is ready for the new Candace.
Well, you're doing it again. You're just trying to leave an oil slick of words that I can't figure out.
Well, you know how long we've been seeing each other, and I just feel like it's a good idea to turn the page and take a new step. And Candace, I just really think that you look better in color, and I'm going to look at this 2016 in color. Kodachrome.
Frank, you and I get. I know what we are, I know what we have, and I know what we do. I know this dance, I know the steps, I know the song. But there are some things around you and me that I'm trying so hard to forget. Well, but your mother asked me at Boxing Day dinner if I was retaining gravy.
I don't know if you know all the steps, because part of the problem, Candace, is when we're into bed, when we're in the night, we're enclosed, when we're in the darkness, when we're together, when we're touching and feeling and doing the things that nighttime happens. I don't know if you know so much. And
yeah, but Frank,
what I'm trying to say, Candace, is I'm trying to tell you to maybe branch out a bit. You ever heard of it? The tree of sex.
Frank, let me tell you something. I am trying so hard to give this a go, but when I have moments when I am, frankly, alone and scared and confused and
I get the scared part. I definitely feel that.
You have a strange way of expressing yourself in that arena. I don't know why there has to be.
Well, that's what I'm talking about. You have a strange way of expressing yourself, and it's got more to do with the physical nighttime stuff.
I know, but nothing in the bedroom should be labeled DeWalt.
DeWalt, exactly, like a tool, like a screwdriver, a fancy electric tool. I want you to take things up a notch. Like a DeWalt.
Where and what I take things up, Frank, is up to me because it's my body. And it's my brain, and it's my life, and it's my time.
And what I'm trying to say is your body and your life and your time is getting a little boring, and we need to kind of step it up with some DeWalt action.
But you know what? That's my truth, and that's my reality, and that's my now, and that's my 2016.
We just went through the whole jam with that complaint.
I know.
That was good.
And really all they did was list things.
Yeah. That was
when
fun.
you're feeling alone or scared or vulnerable or tired, people speak like that, though.
Did you say DeWalt?
Yeah.
Yeah, there you go. That's it. Next jam.
I like when people make a list and they try to make it sound like it's more things.
That was Kodachrome by Paul Simon, a classic jam. You know...
Wasn't that Kodachrome by Simon and Garfunkel?
No, that's Paul Simon. That's solo.
Is it?
Yep. There's no Garfunkel in that track.
Do you know why I'm confused?
Why?
Because it was on the Simon and Garfunkel Live from Central Park.
Yeah, because he's like...
Paul Simon joined.
He's like, fuck you, I'm doing one of my own tracks.
Right.
Because this was big and you can't do nothing about it. It was a big Kodak track. That was actually a...
Frank and Candace are not going to make it. They're not in a good place.
No, they never do. They generally are in a bad place. We don't do honeymooners.
People who are in great places.
Yeah.
All right, let's do some East Coast folks. They're in a great place.
Sure.
So, you're Charmaine.
Charmaine. Oh, I love it when you give me a name. That's like dominance.
Yeah, you're Charmaine. And I'm Keith.
Oh, fuck.
It's Keith, but the H is silent.
Okay, Keith, I put your song on for you. I'll do it again. You know you love this one. I put it on every time. I don't even know it's. We're gonna do it this year. It says, what's going on here? We got a bit of an issue with the YouTubers. We're gonna fix it. We're go away. Whoa. So what do you think about Charmaine? The new night? You gonna come over and have some Chicago mix with me, are you?
Charmaine, I'm gonna tell you something.
What's that, quick. Keith? I love you, Keith. I love your teeth. I don't care if you don't brush them. I want you every night. I want your pajamas. I like your underwear with the skid marks. I don't give a shit, eh?
Charmaine, stop your talking for a second. I want to tell you something right quick.
I love you.
I heard you talking to your sister saying that after the holidays and stuff, you need to drop a few pounds.
Well,
saying that you're eating turkey and eating leftovers. No, you let me talk for a minute.
The holidays will do it. Probably more the drinking than the eating, but I'll deal with it. If you want to strike me up against a mattress, I don't care what you do, Keith. I loved you anyways.
Charmaine, you're not letting me talk.
Oh, sorry.
You're not letting me finish. I look at you more than you look at yourself. And all I see when I look at you is perfection. It's like I'm looking at an angel in jeans from Marks.
Are you calling me fat?
In a vest and a white turtleneck.
If it's me, I just thought it was you. I didn't realize. I'll go on the light sweets. I'll go on I can't say I'd be good on the drinking, but I'll go on the light sweets. I'll take some salt and vinegars instead of the Cheetos.
Charmaine, whatever you're doing, don't change a thing, because it's working from where I sit.
I knew it! got you, Keith. I saw you. I know. Because you look at me even when I'm taking a piss, you look horny.
Don't lose an ounce, gain 100 pounds.
Oh,
See if I
might.
care.
I just might, eh?
Alls I know is that you would been on when you've been on the Chicago Mix Hard. You look extra good
Well,
to me.
then we got a match made in heaven there. You come on over here and give me a kiss and slop it up. Slop it big time.
I got a better idea, Charmaine.
I want
Why
to
don't you
take you.
stand up?
I want to have you. I'll have you. You're my masterpiece. You know what I mean? Let's just lay down in some Coca-Cola and roll around and just get right into things.
Charmaine, take your Helly Hansen foul weather gear off, let it drop to the floor, and I'm gonna love you all night long.
Well, just let's call it an electric. You make me electric. I love you, and you make me electric, Keith.
I just never thought I'd see a woman look at me the way you do with them big look balls.
Wow. Look
feel
what I
you
got
jam
here.
them right on me.
I got my Chicago mix for me. I got your salt and vinegar for
Charmaine,
you.
quit yakking.
We're gonna
Wheel of
make
Fortune's
it
back on.
to the morn.
Quiet time, dear. Love you, dear. Talk to you after Wheel of Fortune's over. There's
All right,
Santa.
all right. How about that? Finally,
They're gonna get it on.
a match made in heaven.
They're gonna get it going.
They are. They've got it going, and are getting it going, and are gonna get it going till the end of time.
He's had 6 cold James Reddies, and he's ready to love her.
Yeah.
But not till Wheel of Fortune's over.
And she loves her beer.
What's the next jam, bud? What are we on, number 2?
Yeah, this is number 2.
Okay.
These are.
Oh, I know.
Oh, you got,
I got a
you-
good
Yeah,
one.
the last one was great. Let's keep her going with Jonathan's tips.
So, my name is Sean. We're in Alberta. Your name is Roberta. And we're both teachers. And we're working late after school. And there's maybe been a buzz between us for a few months. And this is the day that it's kind of going to come out in the open, because we realized when we were away from the holidays that how much we missed each other.
Who am I again?
Roberta from Alberta.
Roberta from Alberta. Okay.
Yeah.
And you're who?
And I'm Sean.
Sean.
I'm Sean, but I'm the SH kind. A-U-N,
Oh, not the S-E
A-W.
kind.
No, S-H-A-U-N. Sean.
Ooh.
Sean. Danke, Sean.
Hey, Sean, we're back. I like you. I missed you. I can't believe it. It's been so long, like a whole 2 weeks. I was at Christmas. I was thinking about you. I had some vinegar chips, and where's Sean? I wish Sean was here.
Hey, Roberta, can I ask you something?
What?
When you thought about me over the holidays...
I totally
Was did. No, let me finish the question.
Oh, sorry.
Was it late at night when you were, like, looking up at the stars and stuff and being all, like, introspective?
Well, it's kind
Or
of
was it,
like I
during your
got
busy
like
times?
my mom made like roasted chestnuts and threw one, like they kind of fell out and I got a burn on my leg, and I was like, oh, Sean would probably make me feel better. You get it?
It's funny because I went to my nanu's for aspic.
Oh yeah, aspic. I love that.
And
Tomato sauce.
I gorged on so much aspic that after supper I went outside for a walk, eh?
I kind of
And I
wish
looked
our
up at the
family was
stars.
Scottish here and made aspic. Like, I miss the tomato sauce on the cottage cheese. It tastes so good. And I miss you, Sean.
I just thought to myself, I wish Roberta was here.
Really?
Do you hear that music playing right now, or is that just in my head?
I'm gonna take a bus. I'm gonna get on the Greyhound and go back to see you. How about that in February's?
Wait, where do I live again?
I'm gonna come back to. You're gonna be waiting for me in Peterborough. I'm gonna come back to Ontario for February's.
Did they pluralize it?
What is that?
Februaries?
We're gonna have lots of friends, if that's what you mean. We're gonna be pluralized, lots of people. So many friends just hanging out. Go to Tasty Freeze, watch the radio, listen to the TV on their car.
Maybe we can go to the drive-in bingo and make some poor choices.
And bring in some friends in the trunk. I love you, Roberto.
Maybe the festive...
Oh, I'm Roberta.
You have such a soft, delicate way of speaking.
I know, and you can take my pajamas off anytime you want.
Well, I sure hope to see you soon then.
Yeah, I'm gonna come on the Greyhound next week. I just saved up. I got $50 from my Uncle Reg, and I got $16 from my mom. I'm gonna go to Greyhound and take a bus back to you to Peterborough's. We're gonna make it.
Wow, Alberta teachers aren't paid what I expected.
I love how it's
anyway, I'm glad we had this chat.
During the awful, keyboard sax solo.
Do you like the Jay-Z?
I'm a fan of the Blueprint, but I'm not a big Jay-Z guy.
I'm not a big Jay-Z guy either, but he did a remix with that song that was great. It's not complicated, but it's just, what do the kids say? It's not chill. It's, I don't even know what they say.
I don't know what the kids say.
But it's really low key.
All I know is that couple. What's the girl's name again?
Beyonce?
Is that who she was? No, the woman in the girl from Alberta. Roberta.
Yeah.
Who are you?
Sean,
yeah, she was missing Sean.
Yeah, she was. Took an unexpected turn because I thought they were in the staff room at the same school, and suddenly I was in Peterborough.
Yeah, that's right. Sometimes things change on TNT just for content.
There you go.
Yeah.
Number one song, what is it?
Number one song, are you ready? What's the scenario?
Yes.
Because you've been burning on the scenarios here.
Okay. Let's go to Whitehorse. I am a prospector, and you are an archaeology student on an internship. You go to UBC, and your name is Tannen.
Cannon?
Tannen.
With a T.
Yeah, like the sensitivity you have to wine.
Yeah.
And my name is Jasper.
Okay.
And maybe Jasper's the gold that you find in those hills.
Hey, Jasper. I can't wait. I got, you know how it is, diamonds on the soles of my eyes and my perspectives, but you know how it is. I'm really feeling this next season of work. I think we're going to make money next year, buddy.
Well, Tannen, let me tell you something. Sometimes the gold you're looking for is in your own mouth.
I love money. Money makes me break.
Well, Tannen, money's just paper with numbers on it. But
I'm thinking of wearing a headband for the rest of the semester. What do you think?
Tannen?
Yeah.
Words are just the clothes in which ideas appear.
Right.
And if you want to show people your mind is naked, I guess that's up to you.
So the headband's a good move. I'm pretty sure it'd be a good idea. We could prospect. There's jewels in the hills, you know? Big time. Jewels in the hills.
Well, I'll tell you where there's jewels is in the very men that go up there to dig in the dark of winter.
You remember that singer, Jewel? Remember her?
Jewel Kilcher, yeah?
Yeah, I heard she had sex with some guy and he threatened to put pictures of them out on the internet saying that They were really dirty pictures. What do you think of that?
Well, I think she's up from up this way in Alaska, and she did a book of poetry entitled A Night Without Armor.
They're really dirty, like all kinds of crazy sex. Like everything you'd think that you'd see in the penthouse, not just the Playboy.
Yeah, but the eyes of the nation have no place in the bedrooms of the people that live in shacks in Alaska.
Shacks in Alaska? I don't know if I could handle a Shacks in Alaska. The key change in this song is explaining my feelings on that. Is there going to be food there?
No, I think you heard me wrong. I said they were having shacks in Alaska, were they?
Oh, they were having sex in Alaska. I'm sorry, buddy. I thought you...
That's okay. Ever since my partial come out, my ashes are a little off.
The shacks in Alaska are tough. You know, remember that movie, Treasure of the Sierra Madre? That's crazy. They went through some stuff.
No, but do you remember Mystery Alaska?
I don't know. I don't know at all, you know? I don't really know much.
Mystery Alaska was a movie about who on earth would be crazy enough to have sex with that jewel. Jasper's such a hacky prospector. Having shacks in Alaska, are ya? Oh, you can see him with his felt hat. That's his toe in that jar in that bar.
Unbelievable.
Whitehorse.
Those are great.
Good top 5, bud.
That was a great top 5. I got tears in my eyes. You know, it's a good one when I got tears in my eyes, bud.
Would you know my name?
Oh, don't.
Let's take a break.
When are you going with that jam? That's like the saddest song in history of mankind.
Not when Jasper sings it.
No, you're right. You're right. He doesn't think.
Would you know my name if you saw me in heaven? I wonder if to Jasper, Saks Fifth Avenue is an adult novelty superstore.
Now it's like Mr. Magic in Jasper's Jasper.
So we're on tour in the Maritimes the last week of January, and we're going to Charlottetown. Is someone going to ambush us by bringing Mr. Magic, or will Mr. Magic be there? I kind of feel compelled to go to his house and say, look, I don't know if you've heard on the wind that your name has come up on this podcast. It's Lightfoot all over again. It's loving tribute, and I wouldn't want to hurt his feelings. He's making a living in the arts in Canada. He does it for fun. He does it for the kids. God bless Mr. Magic. As just having a bit of fun at the fact that we spent an hour watching his show.
I wish he came. Like it seemed
one of only 240 shows he did last summer, by the way.
I've seen people tweet out his car. That's even more crazy.
I know.
Isn't that nuts?
I know. Everybody knows him.
Yeah.
What did you do with the eggs, girls?
Yes.
You should see Indigo, my 4-year-old, come aboard. What did you do with the eggs?
Really? Because she was there, right?
Hammer. Oh my gosh. Yeah. She can hammer. What'd you do with the eggs, girls?
Because she remembers
Let's take a break on this TNT 56. And we'll be back to wrap her up.
Let me ask you this right quick, you know what I mean?
Okay, we're back to wrap things up on TNT number 56, eh, Bot?
That was fun. Let's look back. Because it was a bit choppy with Henry the dog and you going to get your kids.
Yep.
But we did some Montreal Expos walk-up jams out of the blue.
And guess what? 5. We're going to send this to Tim Oxford in Sherbrooke, Quebec.
Is that where he is?
Well, he visited there earlier, but actually in the reality of it, he's in Aruba. But he was in Sherbrooke last week. So, his dad lives in Sherbrooke, so it's good connection for sure.
Let's ask the people to weigh in merch-wise on what TNT t-shirts you'd like to see. Because
what TNT t-shirts?
What did you do with the eggs, girls, would be one.
Yeah.
But a popular girl t-shirt would be off the chain.
I really do believe you're right on that one.
And a Jer Bear and Colleen in the morning t-shirt would probably also be great.
Yep.
So let
It's
us know.
funny.
If you hear something on the show that you would like to see on a t-shirt, let us know.
For a startup pod, which you and I are, although we've had great success in this country, we got a lot of merch, which is fantastic.
And by the way...
You can get that on taggardandtorrens.ca, by the way.
Yeah, and one other piece of housekeeping, as we mentioned, we're writing a book called Canadianity for HarperCollins, and one of the things that we're doing is kind of shining a spotlight on some of the you must-dos in different parts of the country.
Yes.
It's funny, we said the must-stops. We're looking for your must-stops in your town, and some people wrote, and we're like, you know what must-stop is? People wearing camo everywhere. And it totally makes sense that they took it as a must-stop, but we meant more the must-go-tos, like must-stop places.
Absolutely.
So if you are listening and you have obviously when you're in wherever, Sandspit, British Columbia, you have to go to Dave & Buster's. If you have one of those, email it to us, will you, at taggartandtorrens@gmail.ca, because we'd love to include those in the book.
Taggardandtorrens@gmail.com. No CA
I'm so
there.
deeply sorry.
Nice
I should
try,
never have been
bud.
born.
Nice try.
Taggart, I'm Jonathan Torrens. Until next time, friends, thanks so much for listening.
Dun gang gang go ding gang, jubon bounce, dun 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 dun, bam bam, dun dun dun.